If you're a foodie, you're probably aware of the many gourmet options available to you in and around Port Fairy. There might be a few surprises out there waiting to be discovered as well, and now, perhaps, they'll be a little bit easier to find, courtesy of a new group called Gourmet Port Fairy, who are being launched this weekend. Shane Clancey is the president of Gourmet Port Fairy, and with us this morning. Shane, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to speak with you, Jeremy.
Indeed.
Now, I hear you talking about the weather then, and over here in Port Fairy it's a bit bracing, yes, but sitting here with a nice hot cup of coffee with a bit of buffalo milk in it, and yeah, certainly warms your day up. It's a good start to the day, I think.
Buffalo milk in the coffee.
Buffalo milk, yes. It's one of the ways we're trying to promote the region, or Port Fairy region in particular, this weekend at the Winter Weekend Festival, as our artisan food group have got together to launch. It's a collaboration, I guess, of some pretty passionate people in the community over here doing unique things with food. Some cheese makers, some beef producers, and a little wine grower out there at Killarney as well. So to get on board the community spirit this weekend for our launch, we've used the buffalo as a bit of a theme. So a lot of to get the restaurants and cafes involved, a lot of them have taken on the milk to pour in their coffees, and it's been a fun way of getting some engagement out of the community and the restaurateurs. So,
right.
yeah.
How? Look, I don't want to get too hung up on the buffalo milk thing, but how different does it taste?
Look, generally speaking, buffalo milk is a little bit sweeter than cow's milk.
Right.
If you follow the debate about the proteins in milks these days, it's quite favourable in the fact that it's an A2 protein. So the gurus say that's a lot healthier for you. But yeah,
a good marketing angle there, perhaps, if nothing else.
Absolutely.
So, look, Gourmet Port Fairy then is very much, this is kind of a strength in numbers kind of thing, is it, as far as local producers are concerned?
Port Fairy has been renowned for years for the quality of its restaurants. It's been a mecca for foodies for years, coming down to experience the great restaurants. But generally speaking, people would walk away and not really understand the produce that's grown locally around here. So we've got an abundance of seafood that comes out of here, abalone, crayfish, shark, those sorts of things. But also these artisan cheeses, some beautiful beef, lamb, wines, all those sorts of things. So the idea is to promote it using Port Fairy as a vehicle, which is already quite renowned, but to help promote the food scene, but also to help nurture younger or new producers to take that step and say, right, I'll plant that cherry orchard or I'll plant that berry farm because I can see Gourmet Port Fairy can help me find markets and restaurants for my product. So that's a few of the things we're trying to achieve.
Okay, so it's sort of double-edged there. So partly about tourism, partly also about perhaps promoting people to become a part of what you're doing in the region as well.
Yeah, look, we're working strongly with the community. We want to help. It's more about economic development than necessarily tourism-based. Obviously, tourism is a big, strong draw card for Port Fairy, but farmers are doing it tough out there, and as most small businesses are. So if we can all work as a larger community, that's the growers, the retailers, the consumers, I think we can attract some good mileage. We've had great support through Great Ocean Road Tourism, Carol Reid and the crew over there in Warrnambool. Tourism Victoria, really passionate. They can see this is a really good, strong vehicle for them to promote our region through a new branding of food and wine.
Right, yeah. Now, as a part of that, then there is a trail that's, well, I don't know what stage of development the trail's up to, but just explain for us where that is, and I guess what might happen there.
Yeah, sure. Look, food trails have been fairly popular around most of Australia, and you look at South Australia as a prime example, the Barossa Valley and the Clare Valley. So we wanted to try and promote our primary producers as much as possible. Now, what we were thinking along the lines of, yes, it's Gourmet Port Fairy, we didn't want to make it too big and arduous a trip for people to use, because people are time poor. So our boundaries are the Eumerella River to the west, which is effectively around sort of Yambuck area, and in the east we've used Tower Hill as a beacon to the east. So we've got a beautiful artisan cheese maker, we've got some potato growers, we've got some wine producers, we've got some artisan ice cream, all those little things which, from Port Fairy, it's only 10 minutes either side to the boundary. So if we can collectively get that little trail map in place and utilise the beauty of Tower Hill for people to go out there with their little collection of goodies, have a bit of a picnic under a tree looking at a koala. It ticks all the boxes, I think. So that's what we're trying to do.
Very nice. So ultimately, what form will this take then? Will it be a published map, or how's that going to work?
Yeah, absolutely. We're working at the moment with GORT, Great Ocean Road Regional Tourism, to give us some idea and direction. Essentially, at the start, we'll have those tear-off type maps that you get at the visitor information centres. So each of the primary producers, prominent sort of tourism sites here in town, will all have the tear-off maps. So it'd be a cross-promotional networking type thing. So when people roll into town, they would, more often than not, they would see a farm gate sign and also window stickers in the supporting restaurants and cafes, and that would sort of help relate them back to the food group, and then each of the restaurants or cafes could then promote each other through the map as well.
Oh, sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, look, Shane, best of luck with it all, and it is sort of being launched in this weekend as a part of the Port Fairy Winter Weekend. I'm sure we'll catch up again with you in the near future and perhaps explore the trail in more detail and get more of a sense of what we do have in our region.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so we're kicking off tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock and goes through to about 2 p.m. So plenty of beautiful food on offer. We're set up at a marquee showing off the regional produce. Plenty of buffalo milk coffee and the odd glass of wine. So something for everyone. A laugh in every glass.
And I believe you can also see a buffalo up close as well.
Well, we were hoping, but there's been an unfortunate sort of regulations didn't allow for it, given the short period of time we had to play with. The permits needed to be attained. But anyway, there might be someone dressed up looking like a buffalo by the end of the day. We never know.
Second best.
Indeed.
Sounds good.
Good on you, Jeremy.
Thanks again.
All right.
Shane Clancey.